Let's make one thing clear. No one born in this century voted in the Brexit referendum, including me, my closest friends, and the generation that will be left to clear up the devastating effects of any form of Brexit if it goes ahead. If.
Good evening, everyone. I wanted to just start my remarks by just saying thank you so much to the European movement for flying the flag for the cause for the last 3 years, all their street stalls and Brexitometers. So thank you, all of you.
Obviously, I've just said I voted Remain in the referendum. I've never felt such a feeling of disbelief and sadness and shame, really, as I had the day after the EU referendum. It was all a little bit of a joke before, and I did not believe it would happen, but it did.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Barry, and I am the parliamentary candidate for the Green Party. But this is obviously not going to be a political broadcast, because tonight I'm a European and I am a Remainer.
Well, I'll tell you a little bit about what I do when I'm there, and what you do as an MEP. We have just voted in Parliament to triple the budgets of both the Erasmus scheme and Horizon 2020. That tripling went to the Council of Europe, which is where our elected leaders sit. So talk about democracy. I have never met anywhere so blasted democratic. It drives you nuts how democratic it is. Every single job in the EU is apportioned according to the D'Hondt system of proportional representation.
My generation do not want to clear up the mess that is Brexit if it goes ahead. We want to be on the international stage, promoting peace, human rights and European freedoms. But above all, we want to break borders, not make them. And we want Britain to remain as a member state of the European Union.
This is something that the UK does very well. We liaise between Europe and the US. It's almost like we translate policy, we translate ideas, we translate the thinking. We have a pivotal role in international affairs at the moment. If we walk away from Europe, we will lose that.
And we know that about 5,000 nurses net have left in the last 2 years. Various reasons for this, the drop in the pound, but I'm sure the hostile environment hasn't helped. And I know that everybody here, and I know Stephanie mentioned this, people that have come and lived their life here, they've checked their home here, they've got their families here, how hurt do they feel that they have been rejected by this place? And I'm sure some of the nurses are in that category. So I was knocking on doors the other day, as I do every day, and I knocked on the door of one of the consultants at St Richard's, and he said to me, the nurses at St Richard's, a lot of them Spanish and Portuguese, are currently leaving. 1 million people work in care homes in the UK, and 104,000 are EU nationals. Now, when I was with the Living Well Dementia team, I went to all the care homes in the district frequently, and I worked with, and I was struck by the professionalism and kindness of the EU nationals who are basically the backbone of that service, and celebrate them.
I'll be honest, in a second referendum, I will campaign for Remain as hard as I can. And there are many reasons for this, but the biggest, which has been touched on a lot already today, is of course climate change. It's the greatest threat of our time. I've recently become a parent and I'm absolutely terrified for my son. It's a shame that Brexit has taken up so much valuable time. The environment. Europe is important for anything that crosses borders. And the environment, absolutely. I mean, we are negotiating at the moment. Do we want to be climate neutral by 2050? Or we may well be tightening that up to 2045 in the next mandate. But at the moment in our group, we're debating whether it should actually be 2040. And that is pressure we can put on 28 different member states. And frankly, if we leave the EU, I don't see any Brexit supporting party encouraging ideas like that.
Regardless of who's been in number 10, the EU policies have at least provided a minimum environmental standard. But without our EU membership, we are at huge risk of seeing protections being watered down, deregulation, and basically pandering to the will of other countries over whose policies we have absolutely no influence.
But climate change knows no borders, and a continued membership of the European Union will ensure that we are included at the forefront of the continental push to dramatically reduce
reduce our carbon emissions. So for the planet's sake, we cannot afford to not be included in the European Union's dramatic climate reform programmes.
I find it laughable that many argue against acting on climate change as they feel it will damage the economy and make us less competitive. Such fellows include our friends Jacob Rees-Mogg, Christopher Chope and Nigel Farage. These are the same men who are happy to decimate our economy with a crash-out no-deal Brexit. But they won't suffer, they'll be fine. It's the poorest in our society who will.
The UK now has 7 Green MEPs. There's been a substantial rise in the number of Green MEPs from across the continent. And as part of the European Free Alliance, we're a key force in the decision-making processes in the EU, and as such, have been part of driving the EU towards stronger climate policies.
I'm here because I want my son to know that when it mattered, I did my best to make real change to help build a fairer, greener future for all. So let's help bring people together and rebuild our country.
If we don't do well in Europe, it's often because we, the UK, haven't bothered to shift our paths, if I'm allowed to say words like that.
This is Chichester.
Terribly sorry.